Hi and welcome to this automotional presentation for what has to be probably one of the most powerful vehicles that we've had the privilege of passing on to whomsoever is going to be the very lucky pilot to inherit this vehicle. This is of course a 2014 Audi Rs6 Avant. This is an absolute monster. To use the cliche of wolf in sheep's clothing is a bit of an understatement. This thing packs a punch, to say the least. 560 brake horsepower and all being driven on that four-wheel drive quattro system. The vehicle itself, as you can see, is in near showroom pristine condition. It's been lavishly taken care of. Purchased from Audi & Sons, the vehicle was imported into the country because these cars are absolutely so rare. I believe to date there's only been about 6 of these purchased within this region, and at the moment I don't believe there's any for sale. This car has got a very serious waiting list, and the clientele who do source these vehicles tend to pick them up straight away. So we realize that whomsoever comes to have a look at this car not only will have to have valid insurance, but we're sure is going to be driving off into the sunset and getting there rather quickly. From any angle, as you can see, the car seems to be doing 320 kilometers. That's what it says on the odometer, and believe you me, when you drive this thing you realize those are not just fabled numbers. This is a vehicle that's probably capable of getting there. This really is a vehicle that you have to respect, otherwise you're going to be visiting the police station collecting black points in a hurry. The alloy wheels, as you can see, lovely little touch. Actually looks as though they're cut from crystal, wrapped in the Pirelli P0s at 21 inches, and you kind of need this on a vehicle with the road grunt that this car has. It's got incredible touches throughout the car and lots of ancillaries and toys that I think it's about time we start going through, otherwise we're not going to have time to go through them. The MMI system on these cars, and this one in particular has the Plus version, so it's the latest version, is something that will probably take all of 10 minutes by itself. When I step into the vehicle, as you can see, it's a bit of a crescendo in that when I close the doors I don't even have to slam it, the car just closes by itself. And the best thing about this thing is you feel as though you're in an automotive cocoon more than anything else. But the theatre doesn't stop there. There's one of 2 keys that are coming with this vehicle in my pocket, and as I touch the rather magic button that says engine start, you'll notice a few things occur, and it's this theatre that makes this Rs6 such an absolute joy to drive on. It's never a chore of getting from A to B, it's always a journey. So this is how the journey normally begins in an Rs6 Avant. I'll be honest with you, we've tested a fair few cars here. I think we're heading up to the 500 number, and I'll never get bored of that. Audi have provided a theatre on wheels, not just in terms of the acoustics, but I love the way these Bang & Olufsen speakers, which again are an option that have been specified on this particular car, pop up through the dashboard. As well as that, you've also got the latest MMI interface, and as I adjust absolutely anything, everything is shown on the main screen there. It's a glorious car with just so many toys to get round. You've got the electric memory seats settings of 1 and 2, the electronic door locks again, which can be done not only off the key but off the panel as well. Electric mirrors that are heated and power folding, very very handy. In fact, they fold in such an artistic way, I think it's a shame not to even show them. Very handy for parking spots or getting through some tight maneuvers. Electric windows, of course, all the way round, and you can cut the power to the rear because you will have children in the back who will probably be mesmerized at how quickly the scenery is going past, but nevertheless everything is controllable off the steering column for the MMI. And again, this is the MMI Plus, so it's the latest version. You've got hard drive in there, you can dump all your music, multimedia, Bluetooth, DVD, it goes without saying. Automatic headlights, you can also engage the electronic steering control to adjust it. This car fits like a glove regardless of your dimensions. Also got the 𝗔𝗨𝗧𝗢𝗍 cruise control, very, very handy for those long journeys. And as well as that, you've also got, of course, the ability to control the vehicle in a host of ways. Not only is it coming with this beautiful RS6 gear knob that's mattered to that, of course, legendary 7-speed electronic gearbox, but that 4-litre engine that's good for 560 brake horsepower can get from 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds. This really is black point territory. And not only can you drive it very serenely, that's the thing about the RS cars from Audi, they're built so well you can drive them just so quietly and cruise along. But when you do put this car in sports and use that TRIPTRONIC, or of course the chrome paddle shifts that you see here, this thing is a monster. And where it does say 320 in the odometer, it's highly believable it can achieve that. While we're pointing at the odometer, what you'll also notice here is that the navigation also pops up in the instrument cluster, so you don't always have to look towards the main screen. Very, very handy once again. And the I.C.E, which you can see but of course you cannot feel, you're certainly going to be able to hear. If I put it on, it's on sync mode, so it's going to adjust the AC vent power for both sides. I really don't need it, to be honest. Cruising in this car, even leaving it in 1 or 2 is absolutely sufficient. And of course it's individual climate control, so all you do is you turn the sync off and all of a sudden you can control just one of the car sides as opposed to 2. Electronic parking brake and the touchpad as well, which is a feature of the Audi MMI Plus. Now you've got so many toys in here as well, that being nav. You've of course got the facility to add your telephone. You've got radio, which is a bit of a given. Media, which can load up your multimedia onto DVD, MP3, and you've also got the hard drive capability in this particular car. I mean, this MMI system alone is something that, you know, if you're that interested, you can Google or YouTube. It's just got so many toys, it's unbelievable. In the glove box here, we've also got 2 books, one in Arabic, one in English. So very, very handy, and it's got, of course, a full service history. And as mentioned previously, this car has the option of the Bang & Olufsen speaker system. It's a car that really is a bit of a monster. Now we've got lots of housewives and kids playing in the street, so I'm not going to scare them by revving this thing too much. Suffice to say that it's a free revving engine. I really don't, actually, I tell a lie, I really do want to put my foot down, but in reality it's going to make a serious bit of noise and people are going to get scared. And that's what tends to happen when you're driving behind people, especially in the evening time with these glorious LED headlights. Individual climate control on the rear as well. Lovely bucket seats and a lovely feature. Again, another huge option on this car is the full panoramic glass roof. It makes for such a wonderful place and a wonderful cabin to be in. Round the rear of the vehicle, there's no such thing as having to strain yourself here. Just press a button and the whole of the rear tailgate lifts open. Absolutely mint and clean with a cargo net in boot as well. And as well as that, a lovely little feature. I know I do get caught up on these strange little things, but pressing this button here not only closes it but lowers the electronic shelf. I think that Audi have pretty much thought about everything when it comes to this car. Again, electric seats, which go without saying are totally working. Lumbar support there as well. And those RS6 logos, just hints of the power of this car. And I think that's the joy and the beauty about the latest shape, this current shape of the Audi RS6. It's very understated. Yet, when you put your foot down to say it's potent is a bit of an understatement. And we end where we pretty much began, talking about how this car is a Iron Mike Tyson fist in a velvet glove. It's good for 560 brake horse. It can get to 0 to 100 kilometers an hour within 3.9 seconds. This is a car that you can drive every day, and every day you will want to drive it. Believe you me, it has been a pleasure. We look forward to any inquiries on this, but test drives are going to be strictly for those that we feel are capable, mature enough and holding the correct insurance papers. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this. Presentation by Auto Emotional.